Cancer, welcome to your relationship reading. I'll be doing this in 5 parts. The first part is just general messages for single cancers that are single and not searching. After that, we'll get into the person on your mind. So this is for people that are in relationships, situations, whatever connection, the person on your mind. We'll get into a reading to see what information or what advice comes up for you for that. After that, we'll get into deciding between two people. We'll pull cards to describe possible scenarios that could arise with person A and possible scenarios with person B, and then you get to weigh them in your mind and go with who you feel more comfortable with. After that, we'll get into a single oracle card check-in with yourself. This is just general messages, general advice for you, Cancer, to filter all your relationships, just to motivate and encourage you. Then we'll end up with one card pulls for you versus all signs. So Cancer, let's get into it. Relationship reading for cancers that are single and not searching. I have to apologize, I'm not feeling too good. That's another reason why it's taking so long for me to get these videos done. So I'm going to try to project, but I've got a bit of a cold, so my voice sounds funny. But let's get into it. Relationship messages for cancers that are single and not searching. Page of Pentacles upright, the Emperor upright, Four of Pentacles. Well, Cancer, it's obvious that you're just thinking about your money right now. You've got an opportunity that you're exploring that's requiring you to really level up and to really think very logically with the Emperor coming up upright. But from that, you're going on to the Four of Pentacles. So it does seem that your decision to be more logical is going to want to make you refrain or hold back a little. So I think if this has got to do with your money, I would say, Cancer, you are using your singlehood right now. You're really exploring opportunities available to yourself, and you're really being careful and practical about who you spend your time and who you spend your resources with. So let's dig deep. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. Let's find out more about this opportunity that you're presented with, that you're actually really focusing on right now while you're being single, Cancer. Let's get 3 cards to clarify the Page of Pentacles for Cancers. That's way too many. Just need 3. Oh, they flipped over. I need to put them right back. Okay. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Got the Ten of Wands in reverse. And we got the Chariot in reverse. Yep, you're really deciding to hold on because you're seeking other people's opinion. Seeking other people's opinion, and you're not allowing yourself overwhelmed. And I think the advice you're getting is just like asking you to chill. So you might really be choosing to be single because you might have been someone that would have cut off people before and really like make decisions by yourself and really get like you come up as someone that when you're in relationships, you're actually blocked off. You actually take your relationships very personal and very serious, and you find yourself dissociating from your friends and things like that. But now it's in reverse because you've actually realized that you have a lot to offer, and you're actually thinking, well, you're actually getting help from your friends at this point in time, because they've got the Ten of Wands that would have normally meant you being overburdened with a lot of responsibilities and emotions. It's in reverse, so you're actually seeking help from people, and the advice you're generally getting is the Chariot in reverse, meaning don't move forward too fast, take your time. The Chariot, it came up in reverse for you, so that means don't move forward too fast, take your time to make sure that whoever you are getting into a relationship with definitely is similar to yourself and complements you as well. So yeah, you're realizing you are realizing your worth, and you are spending time with and seeking counsel from other people whose opinions you greatly value and trust, and all what they're saying is, look, take your time now, don't deal with relationships right now, and actually be particular about who you move forward with. That's the reason why you are holding on to this pentacle of possibly emotional connection, because you want to really evaluate and make sure you're doing the right thing. Good on you, Cancer. So the Emperor. The Emperor is someone that is actually a master of a lot of things. They've got their emotions under control and in check. They've got their logical thinking in check. They're able to contain and control their passions and their passionate behavior, control their sexual energy, and they're someone that has got like a good hold on their money and on their finances. So while you are really taking time to enjoy and really value your self-worth, and you are listening to people who have told you take your time, you've got a lot to offer, you actually rush into relationships and find out that you are hooked up with people that don't really benefit you, people that end up taking from you and cause confusion and chaos in your life, you are being the Emperor. So let's look at possible things that you are going to learn while being an Emperor. And the Emperor is someone that lives with the law of logic. He's someone that is able, that keeps their eye on the main prize and doesn't get faced by little pettiness and things like that, particularly when it comes to relationships. So let's look at the kind of things that you will probably be learning, or things that you should make sure you embrace during your singlehood, Cancer. And give up 3 cards to clarify the Emperor as a man in charge. With tarot is genderless, so these are just energies that we describe. You can be a female and you can be an Emperor, and you can be other and you can be an Emperor. It doesn't matter. It can be male, you can be an Emperor. It's just the energy and the hierarchy that you're dealing with. So the 3 cards clarify the Emperor. You've got the Knight of Cups. You've got Death card in reverse. I got the 6 of Pentacles upright. Very interesting. The Knight of Cups in tarot is the bearer of information, the romance person. So as an Emperor, you're really going to have to learn how to control your emotions and not act impulsively. These are the lessons that as an Emperor you're really going to have to master. Because you know, in tarot we've got the Page, we've got the Knight, the Queen and the King, and you're showing up here as a Knight of Cups. So we've got a ways to go when it comes to emotional stability and your choice to invest or withdraw your attention and emotions from people. So you're going to have to learn to be a good Knight of Cups. And then the Death card in reverse. Death talks about accepting the ending of things, knowing that things are just a process and everybody has to experience these things, and learning the lessons with optimism that better things are ahead. But that came up in reverse. So as an Emperor, you're going to be someone that you're going to have to learn to, as an Emperor, you're going to have to learn to see things to the end and not just give up. Because sometimes, one thing my mom said when I was setting up into my journey as an entrepreneur, she said, as an entrepreneur, she said, give yourself 5 years with anything you invest in, because the times are going to change, the economy is going to change, people's tastes are going to change, you are going to change, you're going to have to evolve and everything. So before you like cut things off completely when it comes to anything, give it time. So I'm not saying that you have to take 5 years before you decide to end a relationship or to get into another relationship, but it's just saying that be practical when it comes, and because as an Emperor we're talking about how to prepare yourself for your next relationship, or the lessons you have to learn before your next relationship. So when the death card comes in reverse, you're going to have to learn not to just accept the end of things. You're going to have to learn to try and walk things through and really find out and accept your role and your responsibility in things. So Cancer, that's something you're going to have to learn with this year, in this year's singlehood. And the 6 of Pentacles came up as well, clarifying the Emperor. So the 6 of Pentacles is depicts someone that knows the importance of how they need to lend themselves to different situations. You can see that there's somebody in the middle, which is you, and you've got two other people. So you're going to need to make sure that your work-life balance, for example, is sorted out. You're going to make sure that you are giving what you're meant to be giving to who you're meant to be giving. So you're going to have to make sure that your partner feels secure, and you also have to feel secure in your relationship. So you need to make sure that you feel your partner is being fair and is being just and actually is doing what they are meant to do, and you're not questioning your position in your partner's life, and your partner should also not have to question your position in your life as well. So these are the things that you're going to have to learn as an Emperor Cancer. And the Four of Pentacles, which speaks about keeping things close, really guarding your heart and really being sure who you are investing your time and your emotions to. So let's look at it. Let's just check what comes out. The Four of Pentacles for Cancer, singles and not searching. Need three cards to clarify the Four of Pentacles for Cancer, singles and not searching. The Two of Wands. The Five of Wands in reverse. And the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the things that you're going to have to learn, that you're going to, I think all of this, what this is coming up, what this just reads, you got the Two of Wands, which speaks about wanting to stay or wanting to go. So you're going to have to learn to invest, and this just speaks about really guarding your relationship and keeping it close, and really finding ways to excite yourself within your relationship without having to go. So you're going to have to, before you get into a relationship with somebody or your next relationship, you're going to have to make sure this person is worth it. So you feel content and you're not feeling like you need to look outside or look elsewhere. You're also going to have to, with the Five of Wands come up in reverse for you, Cancer. You're going to have to make sure that you get with somebody whose opinions you value as well, as someone that's not a walkover, or as someone that doesn't consider you as a walkover, because there's going to be conflicts and there's going to be challenges, but you need to make sure that you're with somebody that actually fights fair and is able to express themselves without sounding hurtful, because it came up in reverse. And then the Three of Swords in reverse, you really need to make sure that you are healed, as it came up this way for you, Cancer. You're going to need to make sure that you are healed, and you make sure that you have a healthy heart space, because you're going to have your next relationship is one that you're going to need to protect and hold close to your heart. So you're going to need to make sure that whoever you are holding close to your heart is someone that really values your togetherness and wants to spend time with you and finds ways to reinvent the spice in your relationship. Someone that is not just bent on having unnecessary arguments and fights with you, and someone that is truly fully healed and is not coming with the baggage of past relationships. Okay? Just do a quick recap for you, Cancer. You are actually understanding how worthy and how valuable you are, and how important it is for you to make sure that whoever you get into a relationship with you is of the same caliber and is worth your time and worth your emotional and your sexual energy. You are relying on your friends and asking for opinion and advice from people whose opinions you actually matter, and by doing so you don't feel unburdened, and you're actually being more practical about things. And the advice you're giving is you really need to take your time before you get into another relationship, and make sure that the person you're getting a relationship with is someone that actually values you and you actually value them. You're going to have to learn some lessons along the way, Cancer. You're going to learn to control your emotions and not just be an overly emotional or a petty person. You're going to be someone that actually wants to that you actually have to learn to let things go and appreciate the process of things, and you need to make sure whoever you get involved with knows their value and knows your value and knows the importance and respect and hierarchy in your relationship, where you never have to question their loyalty or they have to question your loyalty. And you're going to have to, for your next relationship to work, you actually have to take it very personal and keep your relationship close and guarded. Make sure you're involved with somebody that actually wants to be with you and sees the value of being with you. Someone that is their own person, but it's not just unnecessarily stubborn or necessarily petty or necessarily rude or nasty or toxic. And also you want someone that's actually truly healed, and that is what will make for a successful relationship for on your part and your future partner. We attract what we mirror. So if you don't sort all these things, you're going to end up in the same with the same bullshit, just in the different kind of body. So learn what you want. You need to be who you want to be with for success, and there's a lot of work with discernment and patience and a lot of healing work that you have to do while you are going through this process of singlehood and in preparation for your next relationship or your connection whenever you are ready after you've learned all these lessons. Okay, Cancer, so now let's clear, and then we'll get into the person on your mind for people that are in relationships, situationships, or connections. Let's just check the energy to see what's going on, and let's see what going on. The person on your mind for Cancer. Let's do this one. Love messages, relationship messages for Cancers that are in relationships, situationships, connections. Got one flipped over. First card for you is the Tower. Then you've got the Three of Wands in reverse. Just one more for Cancer, the person on your mind. Eight of Wands upright. Someone feels hurt, someone feels like really stabbed, someone feels deceived, someone feels overwhelmed. Someone is tired of waiting for something to come. Someone looks like someone is losing hope. They're accepting the end of something, accepting that there's not going to be any movement with something, and they're like, you know what, I want to move fast. So, moving fast to what? Are you moving fast away from this, or are you moving fast away from a mindset of expectation? Because the Three of Wands talks about waiting for your ships to come in, knowing that you've sowed the seed for something, and it's just a matter of time for it to materialize, for your worth to be realized, for what you think is owed to you or you deserve to come to you, but it came up in reverse. And then after that there's a lot of like fast movement, fast communication, but towards what? Okay, so let's dig deep more, Cancer. What is this Tower that happened? The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles upright. Did you flip? Let me check. No, it didn't. One more card to clarify the Tower. The Three of Swords. Someone got disappointed because they can feel someone pulling back. They can feel the hesitation, and this lack of movement or lack of progress with the other person in this relationship is causing someone to feel that they are being deceived, and it's causing someone to feel hurt. So someone really expected a lot of passionate movement, expected an investment, but instead they ended up being hurt. The Knight of Wands, that's normally a very passionate person, right now is choosing to hold back. This person is like stopping abruptly. Stopping abruptly because they are really, they're like, do I need to move? So like, I'm not sure I want to move very fast, because I'm like, what can I do with this? Am I planting where I'm going to reap? Is this worth it? Do I need to move further into this? And this decision to chill, to tone down the fieriness, to reduce the passion, to no longer send this person as much, and to really like consider and really check to see if what they have is what the person deserves, what the person needs. Is it really leading to a realization of heartbreak? It's like the more somebody takes their time to find out their partner, the more they realize that this person is coming with bullshit. This person is present, but they are not healed. And you're like, should I keep on investing? Will this person even know a good thing when they see it, when they're not healed? Okay? So now, the Three of Wands, to clarify the Three of Wands, to clarify why someone is just like, you know what, there's nothing more to look forward into this. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. I need two more cards to clarify the Three of Wands in reverse for Cancers. Eight of Pentacles upright. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Cancer, someone is deciding. Someone is deciding not to hold on, not to expect anything much, because they realize that this person is not healed, and this person needs to work on it. And the fact that they are not healed and they need to work on it is really reducing the desirability. It's like saying someone presented themselves in a certain way, and the more situations are arising where someone is having to like really check to find out if what their partner is saying or what their partner actually is, if it lines up. And this person doesn't even want to accept that they need to do work, and this is just making the other person consider this person as unsexy. But like, what the fact that, because that's the thing, there is no perfect person. But if you don't know that if you don't acknowledge, if you don't know and you don't acknowledge and you don't verbalize, you know, that you need work, and you know that you have some issues and there's dysfunction, and you know that the way you approach things might not be right because you've been hurt before, but you are willing to work things through. If you don't say that, your partner is just like, you are full of shit, and you're not even accepting or trying to rectify it, and they're like, that's not sexy. Sexy is knowing that you need help. Sexy is knowing you need help. Sexy is knowing that there's work to be done. Sexy is knowing that you've come with past trauma, you've come with biases that need to be addressed, and you know there's a lot of learning and unlearning to do. But someone is not optimistic about this, because the other person doesn't even realize what the issues are. The partner doesn't find it sexy. That's the nine of Wands. Having gone through the dark night of his soul, someone that has had to like evaluate what their thoughts and thinking patterns are, where it's in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles, that is willing to do the work, is upright, but The fact that this person doesn't acknowledge their need to grow and to work on it is making the other person not, yeah, this person is not, just this lady boner is getting dead. It's like, I don't find this is not sexy, this is not cool. So we are trying to clarify what the fast movement is, what this injection of motion, of passion is. What is this fast communication? Cancer, the person on your mind. Clarifying the Eight of Wands. We got the Death card in reverse. I need some more cards. Love messages for Cancer, the person on your mind. You've got the Death card in reverse, you've got the Two of Cups in reverse, and you've got the Fool in reverse. Cancer, I don't know if this is you or if this is your person, but this Eight of Wands is communication. This person is just like, you know what, we need to talk about this. I don't want this to end. I want us to build each other up. I want us to love on each other. I want this to work. I don't want to start anything new. So Cancer, you're going to realize that you have been hurt, things have not worked out, but you understand your partner better, and you actually realize that you don't want to look for anything. We want to work on things. You don't want to look forward to anything until you sort this out, and you want to communicate this to your partner. So Cancer, you don't want to leave. Your partner doesn't want to leave you, but this difficult conversations that you've been trying to avoid and trying to pretend that are not happening, and that don't work. The partner has seen this bullshit, they've seen this hurt, and although they don't find it sexy, they don't want to let it go. They are staying, they're sticking around the Death in reverse. They're sticking around, they don't want it to end, because this is what they want. They want this. They want this. They want to change this into this. They want to move away from this hurt. They want to get over this. They want you guys to walk things through, because this is what they want ultimately. And the thing is, they don't want to do it with anybody else. They are not moving away from this. So expect the difficult conversations, because they need to be had. These difficult conversations need to be had. Your partner sees your hurt, or you see your partner's hurt, and you still want to work on it. So those tough conversations are going to be hard. You're going to need to express and be really transparent about how hurt you've been, either in past relationships or this relationship, and really know that your partner wants to support you and they want to move fast with you, but you need to have important conversations, Cancer. Good. So now let's clear, and then we'll get into deciding between two people. Okay, deciding between two people. So what you're going to do for me, Cancer, is you're going to take your time, take a few moments to decide who you're going to put in the position of person A, and the other person going to be position of person B. So we're going to just imagine, we're just playing imagine if certain scenarios come out. I'm going to pick 3 cards to start. I might need to clarify or not, depends on how I intuitively read the cards. And then we'll pick 1 card as a decider. So we'll evaluate the possible energies that might be existing or are going to exist with person A, and just think about it and see how you feel. And then we'll pick 1 decider card, and then we'll put the cards back, and then we would go into the reading for person B, pick at least 3 cards to start with, and then still also use that decider card. So Cancer, you're going to do like a snapshot of 2 possible relationship scenarios and see which one you're comfortable with. Now feel free to flip at the end of it all, to flip person A into person B, and just check to see what energies you're comfortable with and really how your heart space can deal with it. Okay, Cancer, you ready? Person A. Got the 6 of Wands in reverse. Got the King of Cups in reverse. So one more card. The possible scenarios. What might a relationship look like? Way too many. What might a relationship look like if Cancer gets into a relationship or a love connection with person A? I need one more card. Person A for Cancer. The Hanged One and the deciding card. I think I want to light a bit of Palo Santo. Let me just get the deciding card and then I'll do that. One card for decider. The Fool in reverse. So Cancer, how would you feel So Cancer, how would you deal with issues where your partner, where person A, has an issue with celebrating you? Or how would you deal with situations where person A has an achievement or has achieved something that you don't think is a big deal and you don't want to celebrate with them? How do you think you guys are going to navigate that? With the 6 of Wands, it talks about celebration and acknowledgement. It came up in reverse. So how would you feel if you work so hard for something and it's time to be celebrated, and who you want to be your biggest cheerleader and your biggest fan does it just waves it off? Or is person A, how would you feel if person A is involved with something that they greatly value and you just think, meh? Do you think, how do you think you guys are going to navigate that? How would you feel with the King of Cups in reverse, Cancer? How would you feel if you find out that person A is not like an emotionally balanced person? It's someone that takes their time to get to know you, and then they become petty and they use it against you. So do you feel person A can genuinely love you? Or do you feel you can trust them with your heart? Or do you feel when you share things with them, you feel that they're taking it as ammo? When person A shares things with you, do you genuinely care about them and care about their feelings? Or are you just stockpiling information they are going to use to show them, to change things for them when they hurt you? With the Hanged One coming up in reverse, how malleable and how open to new opportunities and new ways of thinking is this person set in their ways? Do you feel they can learn from you? Do you think that they are open to... Hold on, I need to drink something. I'm a bit thirsty. how willing do you think they are to experience things from your point of view? Are you willing to walk in their shoes and to really go this journey? And are you willing to surrender and do things according to their own ideals once in a while? Do you feel your relationship and your lives can blend together? And how comfortable and confident are you in experiencing things or listening to their opinion or delegating things to person A? With the Fool card in reverse, this is the decider. How would you feel if you find out that person A is not an adventurous person? If they are an extremely practical person where they're not spontaneous, they get stuck in their ways and they're not able to walk away from things that don't work and start new things. Do you feel moving on with them? Do you feel you're progressing, or do you feel you are setting yourself up for failure? So these are the things that you really need to evaluate your possible relationship or connection with person A and see how your heart space feels about it. Cancer? Okay. Let's clear. Should we dig deep a little further into this? I am curious to find out about the Six of Wands in reverse. This possible celebration that someone is going to be like, yeah, it's not a big deal, because that it hurts when something is a big deal to us, but then our partners don't understand the importance of the value of something. And the Six of Wands is something that is not just something flimsy. It's it's a situation where you get like absolute recognition and public glory, but then it's in reverse. So that's really going to hurt. So let's just, when you're the person that's supposed to be your main person, your number one, it doesn't appreciate or see that in you, and it's also a very dicey situation where something that your partner is enthused about is something that you really can't give how many flying whatever's about. So let's just dig deep into this, because this is big. I would be hurt if I actually feel I should get lauded for something and then my partner just diminishes or refuses to acknowledge it. So let's just get into the Six of Wands in reverse, the Tower in reverse. I need two more cards to clarify possible causes of the Six of Wands in reverse for person A for Cancer. Judgment, upright. Queen of Pentacles, upright. So this Six of Wands with the Tower in reverse, Judgment upright, and the Queen of Pentacles upright. This is probably going to be issues where this is going to, I think this is a lot about jealousy, because it's someone expected, your partner, you might have, how would you feel if you discuss something with person A and they were not there from the beginning of things? So the things that they think this person might have discouraged you about something, but you stuck to your guns and you actually decided, well, like, yeah, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I'm going to explore this thing. And exploring it, you actually got to find out that you actually had a place or a niche in something, and by doing that, your money grew. So it's like saying you wanted, so how would you feel if you have like a business opportunity, or an opportunity of anything of some sort, and then you discuss it with your partner, but because they were not there at the beginning, or because they have like different opinions or something, they got to discourage you, but you still were so sure about it, and you decided to maybe go behind their back, or at least not whatever, whether either behind their back, or directly to themselves. You're like, I'm still going to try it. And by doing that, situations came around, and the some unforeseen things came up, but still your passion for it was able to help you, and your dedication and your prayers on your heart and your real good intentions were able to shine through, and it worked for you, and then you became more financially advanced. So this is the reason why your partner. So how would you feel essentially if you had an opportunity and you discussed it with person A, and person A decided to discourage you, but you went ahead and then it worked, and then this person is still bitter and petty, and this person is not able to celebrate you because of their difference in opinion? Nobody knows everything. Well, yeah, I've had this issue in relationships where you consider, you ask your partner for, I've asked my partner for information, my partners in the past, because I am single right now, yeah, whatever. I've asked, like, situations where you've asked your partners for opinions on something, and then they give you an opinion and you consider it, but just because you don't do exactly what they say, they start getting offended. But then even when it works out at the end for you, they still are not able to get over that ego. They have this mentality of, oh, well, you asked me. I asked you, yes, but you're not my God, I asked you because I valued your opinion, and I still filtered your opinion with my own personal biases and my own personal filters or recommendations. And okay, yes, I just didn't choose what you said, and that's fine. Doesn't mean I don't value your opinion, but if what you said did not convince me, and it didn't convince me, oh well, and good, it didn't convince me, and I still managed to make it work, can't you be happy for me? So this is a lot. So how are you able to celebrate your partner even if you're not directly involved with their success story? That's an issue. How do you feel? Are you in alignment? Is person A, do you think you are able to look past ego and personal nuances to celebrate person A if they happen to succeed at something that you thought wouldn't? Do you think person A is someone that is able to genuinely be happy for you if they're not directly involved with your success? Okay. So we are clarifying the King of Cups in reverse. Let's look at like the emotional immaturity, or things that you might have like conflicts when it comes to like expression of emotions with person A. The Star in reverse. The Star speaks about self-love and the knowing that one needs to take care of themselves and their heart space before they're able to show up for people, knowing that one has to be healed before they get into relationships, and knowing that they have to be complete by themselves. You're not looking for somebody to complete you, you're looking for somebody to complement you. And that came up in reverse. I got the Page of Wands in reverse as well. Clarifying the King of Cups in reverse for Cancer and person A. Ace of Cups in reverse. Ooh. The emotional the stunting. The emotional immaturity in this relationship are possibly going to deal with um, one's need, one's ability to be good all by themselves, one's ability to um, control their passionate expression and fidelity, and one's this person or yourself, if you deal with person A, you're going to have issues with loving on yourself. And if you're not good by yourself, you cannot show up for somebody else. When you are not able to really have boundaries and protect and take care of yourself, if you don't have boundaries are not just for other people. Boundaries for yourself are, that's when you start talking about self-respect and self-love and honoring yourself and like really like valuing yourself and knowing what you deserve and things. But if you don't know how to nurture yourself and to bring yourself back from all the bullshit that toxic relationships and just society has to throw at you, how are you able to know what you need to heal by yourself and not have to end up running to other people to like solve things? Definitely yes, but it's not. You find we I read somewhere, I don't know exactly, I can't remember where right now, but people that you find that hop from one relationship to another are looking for emotional satisfaction that they do not have in themselves. So that whole new excitement and optimism is what they bank on, because when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of somebody spending enough time with them to really find out who they are and things like that, people tend to walk away. So it's are people that are serial, that get involved with people serially. They just offer their wands, they offer their love stick to whoever and they give away. They are very, this is like a love bomber. So so someone that genuinely knows who they are and that they value themselves is not going to want to bamboozle you, you know, and you're not going to, because they don't, there's nothing, they know who they are, so they don't need to try to hinder you from mixing or meeting with other people, and they are not insecure about you hanging out with other people or having other interests, because they know their self-worth and their self-value. But this is someone that is not able to get over the fact that they are not directly responsible for something, and even though they're not willing to evolve and grow, because they neglect themselves so much, and they chase passions and emotions without really filling up their own cup first. These are the kind of issues that possibly will come up with this King of Cups in reverse, the person A. And really, Cancer, why do you want to go and do that? Why do you want to go and do that? Okay, the Hanged One. What are the possible things that you're going to have to look at from different perspectives with this person? The Lovers in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. Ooh. Differences in opinion. How are you going to navigate realizing that how willing are you to adapt and to embrace the love languages of this person A? Because the Lover speaks about people that are very similar but have different makeups. So it's someone that's going to make you have to look, this person is going to identify and amplify the differences in your makeup when it comes to emotional connections. So how willing are you to acknowledge their differences and celebrate their differences as well? How, with the Knight of Wands come up in reverse, how willing are you to explore different, how I will just read this as how willing are you to really genuinely and unbiasedly get involved with your partner's kinks and their differences in their sexual expression and things. How willing are you to explore with this person? And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, yeah, do you really think that you are choosing the best of what is available at the moment in reverse? How would you feel? Are you able to close your eyes and not have buyer's remorse when it comes to this person? And with the Fool in reverse as the last card to look at the situation by, how would you feel that if this person is not spontaneous and willing to move things forward? So let me do a quick recap for person A. How would you feel if person A doesn't celebrate you because they didn't start from the beginning with you, and they have to turn out to be a very petty person that does it, that tries to form more macho and not take care of themselves, and when they don't satisfy this dysfunction in themselves, they're not able to show up as passionately and as physically present and as emotionally present for you as a partner? And how willing are you to look at things from a different perspective? Are you willing to learn their love language? Are you willing to get involved with their sexual kinks? Do you really feel you're not really going to regret this? And how willing do you think you are to tether yourself to someone that is not willing to change course midway because there's new opportunities coming up for you? So these are the possible situations or scenarios that will come up with person A, Cancer. So let's get into person B. Remember, we still have the Fool card in reverse as the decider. So now let's get into possible scenarios with person B. Six of Wands in reverse again. The Magician upright. The Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Fool. So the same issues. So Cancer, you really have to be careful that anybody you get involved with is not jealous of you. You know how there's some people that appreciate the strengths and the differences in people, but then when they get close by, they now start getting jealous. So these two people from the get-go, two options don't mean they're the only options. Let's just start with that. But we've dealt with the situations with person A. So person B, still same issues of not being celebrated and not wanting to do things because they were not there from the beginning, because you're there from the beginning. But then you've got the Magician in reverse. So this person, how would you feel if you find out that this person is actually very well connected and they have all the tools? So do you feel like this person is an asset where they have everything around them? This person knows how to build things out of, say, like an alchemist. How would you feel? Do you feel around this person you are able to solve their problems, and as much as is healthy, you know? And how well do you think they can rely on you and you can rely on them? And then the Nine of Cups in reverse, we need to make sure that you are relying on this person does not end up that this acknowledgement and reverence of the abilities of this person does not translate in you becoming codependent and not wanting to start new things. Everybody wants to be pampered and taken care of, but we need to make sure that you're giving away your autonomy by choice, not just because you are feeling pressured into it, or because you're just like generally giving up and not wanting to do anything for yourselves. So let's get into the Magician. Let's look at the possible ways and the benefits of getting with this person. We've got the Seven of Wands upright. You've got the Eight of Cups. And you've got the Moon upright. Before you can trust this person, you really need to really find out and make sure it is someone that's going to constantly challenge you and just test you. Someone that it just looks for fights just because they want to make things spicy. Someone that always going to make you prove yourself, even when your healing is obvious, your growth is obvious, your stature is obvious. They're constantly going to want to make you challenge yourself. How can you really deal with that? This is somebody that you're going to realize that things might always happen where there's always some form of stress or whatever. Is this person that so the fact that this person doesn't celebrate you and you have to do things by yourself, when you find out that if you are the one that is the magician, how willing are you to have to constantly deal with strife and stress? And are you going to be able to like really choose best for yourself without changing and harming who you are, and knowing with the Eight of Wands and Eight of Cups, knowing when to walk away and really step away and leave all the bullshit behind? And how knowledgeable are you of this person's dealings, of this person's power? Do you feel this person is hidden? Do you know the capacity and the strength this person has? And are you really willing to deal with what they have to come with? Do you have the tools to constantly deal with conflict, constantly have to walk away and be the bigger person all the time and deal with the fact that this person might be secretive? Does this person see you this way? Does this person you know how some people you know that they are powerful and then you trust them, so you are afraid of them? With this person you're with excuse me, with this person you're with, there might be a lot of conflict, and we are going to have to walk away from things and not just get the apologies and deal with not closure. So knowing all that you have and all that you are, and the fact that you've done things by yourself, how are you going to be the magician? How are you going to stand in your power? Are you going to constantly have to deal with situations where there are a lot of unanswered questions and just not getting any closure at all? You're just getting bickering, walking away, sweeping things under the rug, and things being hidden? Okay, let's get into the Nine of Cups in reverse. What are the possible codependency issues? We've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. We've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Two of Cups. So the issues you're going to have with this, you're going to feel very in trying to understand and decipher and find out really why this person is not celebrating you and not trusting and valuing who you are and utilizing the potential of what you have. You're going to, dealing with all that is going to make you a lot more paranoid and cautious, and you're going to realize that there isn't a balance. You don't feel that your work is reaping the fruits of your labor, and you're really going to have to question the equal give and take. So while you're dealing with all of this, this is a lot to have to deal with, really finding out if you are investing in the right thing with the person. Your investments, are they equal when it comes to monetary and physical things and tangible things? When it comes to the emotional heart space, do you really trying to, all this detective work and all these reassurances that you're going to have to give yourself are really going to affect your own self-love and your own self-esteem. The Knight of Pentacles, really trusting their ability and knowing what they have and choosing to move forward. So all this constant being the one having to carry this relationship forward, having to realize that what you're toiling is not reaping the fruit of your labor, and always questioning to find out if you're really getting what you're giving. So things are going to affect your self-love and your self-worth, Cancer. And then with the Fool in reverse, there's still the unwillingness to try new things. So as a magician, coming up in the center of your reading as a magician, Cancer, really, why do you think you should invest? You really have your choice of the pickings. You have your track record of success coming with you. You are presenting. So why are you not holding on to your past success and your present situation? Why are you not pouring into yourself? You are taking the time that you will spend loving on yourself and getting involved in situations where you feel celebrated and you are content within and without. You are dealing with all this. So person A or person B, Cancer, they have this style so they're the same way. They are eventually going to end up being jealous of you, and they're not going to encourage your product, your movement. So if you would ask me, I would say these two options are just options, but they're not options for you. Okay, so whatever, it's still up to you, Cancer. Flip the script in both ways. Ask yourself this tough question and really find out what you're willing to get into. This is getting a bit long, but Cancer, this is your story. Okay, so now let's clear and get into one card oracle message for check-in with yourself. Surrender. When it comes to surrendering in relationships, Cancer, you really need to find out and really make sure that there's not and there isn't tension and there isn't stress, that you know your role and you know your importance and you really know your role and you know how connected you are to things. So you when you're in situations where you trust that the person or the people around you are similar to yourselves, have similar ideals and are connected and are familiar, you're able to relax and surrender and enjoy. There's this, I can't remember, there's this I think, who was it? I don't know. I can't. If I remember at some later date, I will bring it up again in another reading or at some point. But there's this poet that I follow their work. I don't want to call the wrong person. I'm not just going to try. But then this person said, when you deserve to be able to come home and take off yourself by the door. Because when for us to show up in society, most of the time we have to really put on like a different mask or a different face. The more comfortable you are with yourself and the more you're in alignment with your purpose, the way you behave when you are by your trusted people and by your general public, the smaller the disparity is. But you need to be able to be with people where you can genuinely be yourself and not be on guard all the time. And how are we able to relax and enjoy relationships is when we are able to discover the similarities between ourselves and other people, and when we're able to respect and acknowledge the differences. But things that we are more comfortable with are things that we can identify with. So make sure, Cancer, that in any connection that you find yourself, make sure that you are comfortable and you also are able to give people the space and to surrender and relax and be themselves, because that is what you actually need to work on. Surrendering and not carrying all the burdens by yourself, but then trusting and knowing that you are part of an important whole where you are similar and you are going to be supported because you are connected. Okay, Cancer? Good. Now clear and get into you versus all sides. Okay, let's do this one. Cancers dealing with Taurus. They think they value your opinion, they think you are an asset to be with, they really respect you, and they think you should be respected. Okay. Cancers dealing with Virgo. I just need one. Cancers dealing with Virgo. They want to hold back from you. They are attracted to you, but they want to really find out and make sure it's not just a sex-based connection. That's with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So Cancer's dealing with Capricorn. Cancer's dealing with Capricorn. Judgment. They really want to take their time to really find out who you really are. They think there might be things you're hiding, so they need time and situations to really find out and really test the quality of your character. Cancer's dealing with Cancer's dealing with, hold on, I don't want to miss anyone. Okay, Cancer's dealing with Cancers. Cancer's dealing with Cancer. You've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. There's gonna be you're gonna have to prove to yourself, because they are really trying to make sure they're not being bamboozled by you. So they're going to test you and question you because they feel that you have to prove a lot of things to them. Cancer is dealing with Scorpios. So many, everyone just one. Cancer's dealing with Scorpios. The Page of Cups. They want to hold back. They are trying to refrain. They are changing their mind about this situation. Cancer's dealing with Pisces. This is the Six of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six of Swords in reverse. They don't feel there's anything you have to offer. They don't think you can make a situation any better. Cancer's dealing with Aries. Cancer's dealing with Aries. They really want you with the Strength in reverse. They don't think you know how to behave, so they really want you to take your time, or they don't know how to behave around you. They're really trying to figure out the best way to handle things with you, because they think that there needs to be an attitude check. Cancer's dealing with Leos. Cancer's dealing with Leos. Shadow in reverse. The shadow is death in reverse. Yeah, they don't want this to end. They really think there's more to be found out. Cancer is dealing with Sagittarius. They really think you make them feel good. They feel really good around you. They want to pamper you and take care of you because they really think you are the big deal. Okay, Cancer is dealing with Gemini. Cancer is dealing with Gemini. Knight of Pentacles. They're really taking their time. They want to really make sure they are building a solid foundation with you. They feel they have a lot to offer. They see you have a lot to offer, but they really want to make sure that they are stable and willing to carry on with this with you. Cancer is dealing with Libra. It's a million, it's just one. Cancer dealing with Libra. They are really upset and they're stressing about this. It's keeping them up at night. You guys need to really like talk things through, because they are really they're not comfortable about what's going on right now. Cancer dealing with Aquarius. Seven of Cups. They actually feel that there might be better options and they're looking for better solutions, because they feel what they have right now with you is a lot of shit. So they're looking for better and newer beginnings. Okay, so these are the relationship messages for Cancer. I really hope you got information that would help you get better insight and understanding. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. I'm taking my time to get through all the readings before I start doing personal readings. My health has not been exactly stellar. Internet connection has been a little bit shitty, but let's just see how soon we can get through this. So please like, share and subscribe. Feel free to check out your other placements if no messages here resonated, and I wish you all the best, Cancer. Thanks, guys.